Hello there, my name is Michael Maynard and welcome back to Gorilla Picking. Now, you are watching part 4 of my Group 2 Safe Lock series. What we are going to be doing today is talking about what actually happens inside this lock when you dial in the combination. So, we're not talking about the mechanics of how the lock actually opens. We are simply at this stage talking about what's going on with these wheels and these little gates. Here's a new word for you, gentlemen. We have a thing called a gate on each wheel. So, if you think back to the last episode, we talked about this, the drive cam, and the fact that it has got a drive pin on the back of it. The drive pin engages with the flies, that's these little movable things here. So this is the fly on wheel 3, and it is that fly that pushes the wheel round. Right. Now you also learned that the first step in dialing the combination on one of these things is to dial the lock round, or dial the dial round, same thing really, 4 times to the left to get to the first number. Now, I guess we should think about what's actually happening when you do that. So, left is this way, it's counterclockwise. Now, at the moment, you will see that this lock is actually in the unlocked position, okay? We've got all these gates lined up. Now, usually, of course, it's not like that. It is kind of all jumbled up and randomized like that. Oh, yuck. This is just a horrible wheel pack to turn, incidentally, guys. I think I told you that this lock was sold to me as new old stock and virgin. It's obviously not. It's a lock that's got some problems, actually. Okay, now what we have just done is randomize those wheel positions, and if you have a look here, let's just zoom in a bit, you will see that the gates of these wheels are all scrambled up now. So down here somewhere is the wheel in gate number 1, the gate in wheel number 1. I can't even see where the one in number 2 is at the moment. The gate in number 3 is just right here. Why don't we dial around and find... here we go. Okay, all right. So the gate for number 2 is down the bottom here somewhere. So that's a pretty randomized wheel pack. Now, we talked about nomenclature last time. We talked about this wheel being number 3. Next one being number 2, the one at the bottom being number 1. The rule that you have to remember, and if you get this wrong, you are a dead man, is that the wheel furthest away from the drive cam is wheel 1. So the one down the very bottom here is wheel 1. That is where the combination for the number for the first number in the combination lives. And we have to think about how we get that to where we want it to be. Now, let's dial our cam round. We're going round the first time and nothing's happening with the wheel pack at all. We're going to pick up wheel 3 very shortly. Here we go. Now we're dialing wheel 3 around only. Now we're dialing 2, and now we're dialing 1 as well. So it picked up 3, then 2, then 1. Then what we've got to do is dial this round until the gate on wheel number 1, right down the very bottom here, where neither I nor the camera can see it, lines up in the right spot. I don't know what the number is, doesn't matter, doesn't make any difference. Let's pretend that it's there. Who knows where it is? It really doesn't matter, okay? Not for the purposes of illustration anyway. Now what we've just done, we dialed it round 4 times, we got wheel number 1 in the right place. We've now got to get number 2 in the right place. And how do we do that? Well, we dial the other way, clockwise now, 3 times to the number. Why? Obvious. Here's our one rotation. Here's our second rotation. We're rotating wheel 3 only at this stage. Then it picks up wheel 2 shortly, and we can see the gate on wheel 2 actually. It's just right there. It's going to pick up wheel 2. Right, now we're going. And we just got it to the right position, let's say. Now we know we've got to dial twice round the other way. Why do we dial twice? If I haven't hammered it into your head yet, gents, you haven't been listening. We've got to dial once for the cam, and then you've got wheel 3 turning, and we get wheel 3 in the right position, like about there. And at that point, if we have got all our ducks in a row, if we have got all our wheel gates in the right place, at that stage, we can open the lock. Now, the mechanics of opening the lock are in the next episode. My name's Michael Maynard, and this is Gorilla Picking.